Tonight on episode 67, Milo, Ian and myself are smug to be leaving Seville with just fond memories and not the sunburn we all feared. Meanwhile, Coops still applied the factor 50 during the UK's freak sunny conditions whilst we were away. Welcome to Incensed podcast. Guys, how we doing?
Coops looks a bit like an albino, doesn't he, actually?
Fuck off, honestly. Do you know what, yeah? As soon as it started again and I heard me, Ian and Milo, I was like, oh, here we fucking go. Here we go. Yes, boys, I didn't go to Sevilla, however you say it, but
You said it right!
Yeah.
Yay!
Sevilla. Yeah, but look at you all looking smug. How was it? Tell me everything.
We're not burnt, which is the best bit.
We put more sun cream on this weekend. We needed sound effect, but when you put more sun cream on this weekend than I think I've ever done in my life.
That has about a quarter of a second at the end of it that would be very sufficient.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sandboarding tonight. I forgot about that.
Welcome back, Ian.
Welcome
I think
back.
I'm still in Sevilla.
So, boys, quickly, sorry, not to just take over here for a second, but there's one thing that's sort of been bothering me since you said about the sun cream. Who was rubbing who?
We're all rubbing ourselves, mate.
That would be telling.
One of us was applying and the other two were rubbing.
Well, I've got a feeling it was Ian and Milo rubbing and you were just watching the sidelines, weren't you?
I was on a whole nother floor to Milo. I think Francesco might have been applying some to Milo. Maybe, I don't know.
Very well could have been.
What I loved about it was we got to the end of the recording and Ian, you were brilliant when you turn around. We were all hot and bothered, and you just turn around and you go, "Wait for it to develop. The sunburn."
But it never did. We thought Milo would look like Corfish, but he doesn't.
Oh, the new shiny.
He was
we all
lubed
got.
up, weren't you, Milo?
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I only got a tad sunburnt on the back of my calves. That was all.
Oh, that's all right, though, mate. That's all right.
Did you say calves, or did you say something
The
else?
back of my legs, if it's going to be non-specific, all right?
Not the back of his anyway.
Not the back of something at Diddley Squat Farm.
Look at you two flirting again. It's been a while, but they're back.
Ian
flirting
always
with each other.
instigates it.
What did you get burnt, Milo?
Cock.
Coops, you had a 2-week break from it. I was very much living it for more than a time.
Living for
I can
real.
imagine, mate. Seeing it in real life, seeing it firsthand. Yeah. To be fair, I'm glad I didn't. I might have got a bit turned on, Joe.
You'd have hated being a third wheel.
man.
That's why.
Exactly. I'll be like,
I was the third wheel, if anything.
I was the third wheel as well. I think we all took our turns at
Can't
being
all
the
be
third
third
wheel.
wheels.
Milo, what's that song I'll be singing to you? I'll be like, he used to be mine. What's that record?
You're asking me, dude, who listens to trance.
Coops, shut the
I think
fuck
it's
up.
a musical. Anyway.
Anywho, well, that was lovely. That was magical. Lovely to see you again, Coops, by the way. So,
Thanks, mate. And you. Stop flirting with me now. Fuck you.
those who are listening, please throw down your incense and we will be sending you all those shiny and Shundo luck vibes. I always say Hundo. I always say Shundo luck tonight. Shundo luck vibes your way. Yeah.
Ian, you got to click a soundbite.
Yeah, let's have like a Shundo.
Soundbite do you want me to click? I don't
The
really know which
incense
one.
one, Ian. How many weeks have we been doing this?
We've had a break, Milo.
He's completely forgotten the soundboarding settings.
Pop an incense inside me.
Obviously, there's not really any benefit of putting down our incenses as well. But hey, let's stick to the script. For those who have some shiny luck whilst listening to the podcast, please share your successes with us on Twitter and all our other various social media platforms, Insta and TikTok, using the hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Clarify the spelling, you twat.
Clarify the spelling, you twat.
SHINIESOFTHEWEEK.
Cock.
So, wow, let's jump into the Pokemon Go goodness. So as you're listening to this event will have ended, but we have got about 24 hours or so of it left as we record this, and I think that's plenty of time for us to flex it up maybe a little bit. But I want to talk Water Festival event, boys. How are we finding it so far? Any successes? And that's probably all we're going to really talk about it, because it has been, on the whole, I don't want to say uninspiring, but we've got Shiny Lapras with a bow. I'm gonna.
It's not been uninspiring for me, but I'll let you guys talk first before I talk about what I've got out of the event.
I feel like an impromptu flex it up game. Let's start around. How have we found it so far? And what are our personal hauls from it? Ian, lead the way. We need some positivity to start this off. Go on, buddy.
Well, I mean, I always love the Water Festival. It's one of my favourite events of the year.
It's in your name.
And really, it hasn't...
my favourite event.
It really hasn't disappointed. As you'll maybe or maybe not know, on Thursday when we got to Sevilla, I got the Shiny Mantine, which was a new shiny for me.
Congratulations.
And approximately 2 hours before that, I got the shiny Goldeen in the taxi. That is pretty much it for the water event until today when I actually got the shiny Alola Mola, which is another one that I needed.
Congratulations.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I really am not disappointed with this event. It's been
I
solid.
would say on the shiny front, they're all three of those are quite rare, actually. They're not, it's not your Magikarp.
I'd say so. Yeah, it's not a Magikarp, which I haven't. Milo got the Marill on the bus when we did the open top bus tour.
Yep, and the Goldeen too, both called Bus Wanker now.
I'm surprised the game lets you have that.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah.
So was I.
A lot of Americans don't understand the term wanker. Some do.
Oh, really?
Not a lot of them don't understand that term.
I can't believe they don't know what the word means. That's fat. Everyone knows
Some of
what
them
it
do
means.
with links to the UK, but a lot of them don't. Really.
Niantic's inappropriate text filter doesn't know it.
Yeah, it doesn't let you have nipple though, does it? Which is weird.
Or lick. Lick on its own
lick.
isn't possible, but wanker or bellend work perfectly fine. I can confirm.
Oh well, Ian, you love it when it's wet, and you love a water festival, and you've nailed it.
Doesn't everybody?
Well done. So Milo, you were getting them on the bus, were you? Then what else did you get, mate? What?
Those were my first 2 shinies of this event on the open top bus around Seville. There was a point you could have put that in, which would be really funny, but
I
no
know, I was
matter.
looking for it at that point.
Yeah,
He is rusty, though.
he is rusty.
Ian.
Also managed to grab a shiny Timpole while walking around on the Sunday in the park, which is all right.
Oh, that's what I needed. That's a good one, that.
And then 2 Lapras shinies from different raids. One while we were in the park on Sunday.
Oh, I got that too, actually, from the
Yes,
research.
it counts.
From the research.
Oh, you
Nice.
yours was from the guaranteed research, wasn't
Mine
it?
was mine was from the actual special
Yeah, the
research.
special
the
research.
limited research.
So wait, Milo, you're actually raiding the Lapras with a bow, yeah?
Yeah, I did do some raids, yeah.
Some equals.
Too many.
A lot.
No, be honest. Be
Too
honest
many.
with us.
Honestly, I haven't counted.
Well,
Less or more
I know
than 50.
I know Francesco when we was in Sevilla.
Maybe a bit
came home,
more
we'd done
than that, I think.
75
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more.
What, Francesco done 75?
before we came home. Yes.
It's a new shiny.
So you must
the
be in
thing.
that sort of ballpark. I would have
Possibly around that. And then yesterday, shiny Aloha Mola, which was
nice.
cool. And then a shiny Cottony.
said. Ooh,
Oh.
it's not even an event. sport,
Very
is it?
nice.
It's not even an event sport. I don't know. I would sort of agree with Ian. It's kind of like it's a nice event. I think that it got shunned because obviously it overran with Sevilla Safari Zone, and it began while we were all in transit. We were all in flight. What about you, Marky boy?
I want us to do a Lapras tally challenge in a bit, actually, how many we've got, because that'd be quite interesting. But yeah,
Because I stopped after I got my research one.
It's just a moment for Marky.
well, other than the raid, I've got all my new researches, so I've been getting the 25 Pokemon and striking gold on the 25 catch research, which has been ridiculous. As things stand, I've currently got 7 shiny Lapras with a bow
Fucking
tie.
hell.
Wow.
Sorry, 7 with a bow
Fucking hell.
tie.
Yeah, I got 2 from raids, which were both in Seville, and 5 from research tasks so
Mental.
far. And I've got one more
Nice.
I'm hoping to claim tonight when we're doing the podcast. I need to catch 3 more, so I'll do another 25. See, I've got you covered, Coops, if you need one. So don't worry about that, boy.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
But since I've landed in the UK, 4 shinies as well from spawns. I got shiny Slowpoke, which I needed. Got shiny Mareep, which is a nice water Pokemon. Really happy with that
Really
one.
good, yeah.
Great water Pokemon. I got shiny Goldeen, and I got a shiny Carp,
Wait.
which is nice. And my last shiny is the Magikarp, which was also my first shiny in the game. So it's kind of nice bookends at the moment in my shiny collection.
Until
So
next
that is-
year.
Until next year, and plus the 4 shiny Laprases. But yeah, in the
Decent
research,
haul.
it's 5. Sorry, yeah, really good haul. Clicked on any water type ones.
Opened
I've
the
seen
game.
you've registered on the water challenge. I've seen you've collected 2 when I last checked.
You've been on the game this week. I've noticed you've been on the game. You've been gifting, and you.
Yeah, so funny you say that. I clicked on the game on Tuesday. About 8 Magikarp popped up. I went, oh, it must be Magikarp Spotlight Hour. I sent some gifts because I'm trying to go lucky with you and Mark, because obviously me and Milo have been lucky for a fair few weeks now. And then I closed the game again. So yeah, no shiny from the 8 spawns. But yeah, all jokes aside, I've turned it on once or twice over the last week, and it does feel very, very, very basic water festival. Nothing too exciting whatsoever. I know that you guys are hyped by the Lapras with the costume. For me personally, I'm not a massive costume lover, but that's like a personal thing. It's me, not you.
But it's a Lapras with a bow tie.
It's more just a costume.
It's a scarf in the show notes.
Oh, is it? Is it a?
It's
technically a scarf. They label it as a scarf.
They do label it as that, but it's not. It's a bow tie.
Like I said, I'm not a costume type of guy. You know, I like.
We know that you always wear a dressing gown.
It's true. See, I'd rather imagine that Lapras in a dressing gown. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Coops, email 9tick support, suggest it.
Yeah. No, I'm doing it. Milo, can you do it? You probably got a tweet ready for him.
Yeah. Already got it primed. Don't worry. I'll just delete what I've written.
That could be a poll question, couldn't it? What do you think of shiny Lapras with a bow tie or a fucking scarf? We'll pause it and we'll see if we get anything better.
Yeah, do that as the poll. Is it a scarf or or a bow tie?
Is it a scarf or a bow tie?
Yes. Done. Lapras is amazing, and I never caught my own shiny Lapras before, and I've finally done it on this event.
Made up for it now. Wow.
Yeah, made up for it. I think me and you, Ian, were the same, weren't we? We hadn't caught our own one. We've had it traded to us.
I still haven't caught my own, though. Actually, technically, I've still not caught my own because you caught my drip Lapras.
Yours.
I didn't realise you guys didn't have a Lapras before that.
Oh, I had one, but it was traded to me.
Like you
but
never
I just
caught one.
Didn't get my own one.
Never caught one.
Yeah.
Mad.
Well, we haven't caught a normal one, have we, Ian, still?
No, we've only got the drip one. Yeah.
While we're talking of Lapras, Lapras is actually really good in Great League and Ultra League for Go Vassal League, in case anyone cares. No, I can see him.
Coops.
No, you're trying to find the cricket sound effect. I know you're going to do this to me, you little shit. I can see it in your eyes.
I actually wasn't. I was trying to find this.
But yeah, you know.
That was PvP Dungeon for everybody that's listening. Moving on.
PvP Dungeon. I like that one.
Yeah, Skull Bash, bit of Skull Bash, Ice Beam, depending on what you want. It's got to have Surf, though. And yeah, there you go, boys.
And speaking of PvP, I noticed that Mark might have some sort of pose now.
I got my pose, Coop. I don't know what I'm doing in it. I'm doing all this like weird shit with my wrists and all that, but it's a pose. It's a pose.
Proud of you, though, mate. Genuinely proud of you. I will just say though, you are the only person that I know that you switched in a Galarian Stunfisk to your opponent having a Swampert. You're the only person that I know that would do that. You literally switched in a Galarian Stunfisk to a Swampert and you still took the dub, bro. So that's the main thing. You still took the dub. So congrats. But I can't lie. When I watched that short, I was pissing myself laughing. I was like, hold on, he brought a Galarian Stunfisk into a Swampert and still won. So yeah, GG's to you, bro. GG's.
Do you know what though, mate? I love the Shadow Politoed as a lead.
Yeah.
With Weather Ball, it just it racks up the quick attacks, doesn't it? Very quickly.
It's got a good tongue, like Ian and Milo when they're together.
Yeah.
You know all about that. You know,
Coops, I choose you.
But yeah, no, sorry. Let's carry on because I can literally see both the boys falling asleep as we speak.
I'm glad he played the jingle.
I'm going to frantically type up this box poll as I lead the question. And I'll let you guys start this one. So we're going to come to the first part, the Seville Safari Zone featured discussion, whatever we want to dress it up and call it. But there'll be plenty of people that will not go to Safari or haven't been to Safari Zones. There'll be a lot of people I can imagine that are quite curious as to what they are. And there'll be a few people that watched content over it, seen what it was all about. And there'll be a few people that were there. We spoke about what a Safari Zone is before, but actually now we've been there, I want to just focus on Seville, what it was like, what we thought about the setup, park features, etc., all that sort of jazz. But then, I want Coopsy, as someone who was watching it from afar, just to really get your take on it and actually see what you felt from what you saw on it. And I just want it to be like an open discussion. Don't want to talk about the game particularly in terms of individual successes yet. We can talk about the gameplay experience, certainly. So who wants to kick this one off? Put a poll on the screen.
As you get your poll ready. I don't know, we could begin with general overview of like the park, the location itself. I personally felt like it was a really good choice of park. Lots of pathways, some lakes dotted around, but it was much more like Liverpool. If anybody who went to Liverpool or heard us talk about Liverpool, the park was sort of open access to anyone and everyone, but within the big area of the park, there was a smaller area for the Safari Zone. A couple of times you could find yourself walking along the outer rim and you'd be tapping on what were technically Safari Zone spawns, but then they disappear because you were just on the border. But as a location, I think it was pretty fantastic. There was some shade. They put the tents up. They had the trainer meetup tents, which is great. It was solid, I think, certainly as a location.
Niantic nailed it. It's probably the best live event I've actually ever attended. And that's across Safari Zones, Go Fests, everything. The game area could have been bigger, but I see why they outlined the area that they did, because it kept people within a nice route. But the gameplay, absolutely fantastic. The cellular service, there wasn't a single person that I heard of that actually had issues connecting to the game or playing the game throughout the whole weekend. Ample food choices. There was ample shade if people wanted it.
Plenty of hydration stations, so...
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have... I know for a podcast and discussion it's tough, but I really don't have any criticisms of the whole event, if I'm honest with you.
Ian, were the staff nice?
Bunda?
The bundle hanging out the
staff.
Pikachu
The staff
visors.
were very, very nice. Coops, you would have been in seventh heaven.
No. I just mean because all jokes aside, I remember when we spoke about Liverpool, we were saying because they were all giving away the stickers and all the merch and all this shit, and they kind of made it, even though like they probably looked at us going, "Are these adults really playing Pokemon Go?" Like, was it the same kind of vibe?
They didn't seem to give you the derogatory looks
nice.
or the side stares. They actually seemed genuinely be happy to be working there.
Nice.
Always had a nice little smile from them. They were all very, very friendly.
A few lengers, yeah, a few lengers.
A lot of them, mate. Have you seen Spanish girls?
Yeah, I mean, and Spanish guys, to be fair. Like, let's not leave them out there.
Your head was spinning around like something out of The Exorcist, mate. Trust me.
It was.
Senorita Leggers.
Look, listen, now I can say it officially. That's the reason why I didn't go. I'm joking.
That Coop's like, I'm spoken for. I have a girlfriend.
Bro, not yet. Chill. Things are going well, but not yet. Blimey.
Oh, this is the new dating scene, Ian. I've forgotten what it is. It's very complicated now, isn't it? They have to dance around each other for a year.
Here we go.
It's not like when we were kids, Mark.
Back in 1846.
1986.
Anyway, Mark, mate, I can't really say too much, bro, because I weren't there. So, what was it like for you, mate? What was it like for you?
For me, I had a really great time in Seville. It was lovely and bloody hot, but hey, that's not anyone's doing. It's lovely to go to a place where you just get some really decent weather. So, I loved Dortmund 2019, and there'll be a lot of people that might think Safari Zones were a poor man's Go Fest, which is why they potentially wouldn't go to these events. It was amazing. Really, really enjoyed it, and very lucky it was my second live event. Facility-wise, part nailed it, really good. My only criticism of it was I thought some of the really nice parts of the part where it felt a bit shady and a little bit more loaded with Pokestops was out of the game zones. You'd be like going around a couple of corners where you go, we've got like 20 Pokestops down, it's great, bit of shade. And then they were all water spawns because they fell outside the catcher area, a bit like the canteen where we sat down, where the tables were. It was just outside of the game zone. I get not taking over the whole part with it, totally get that. But then if it's an open area, that doesn't really matter, really. You can still have facilities in the middle of where they had it and have it across the whole park. So you can explore a bit more and you don't feel that necessarily that divide from game to non-game. But stunning park, stunning area, really refreshing to see loads of people coming together and people of all ages, the whole spectrum of people playing the game was just so good to see it. And the trailer that Pokemon Go out put out to capture it, I think did a really good job of putting all that together.
Yeah, it did it justice.
And as we record this, we were all landing in Seville last week. Where's that gone? It's so quick.
Yeah, time flies.
I don't want to drastically change the subject. Obviously we as a podcast, we joke and we banter when the spawns and the lists come out and we're like, oopsie waddle, we have a joke and that. But as an actual, in regards to the gameplay, obviously I know Ian, you said it was faultless. What was the actual event like? For example, the spawns, the raids, what was the actual...
Brilliant. Literally,
Good question. Good point.
What was the actual, forget, no offence to the park and, the Bundelengas of Seville, what was the actual game? What was the game like? What was the...
From my point of view, is we kind of tore into the spawns quite a bit when we saw them because they didn't seem that special. But actually, in the context of playing the game, the spawns were dense. There was a lot of them. There was a lot of everything spawning. I mean, Coops, you're going to laugh, but I must have seen upwards of 100 dino during the day.
Yeah,
There was ample supplies of everything. absolutely everything.
I think I said, hold on, wait. I think I said that about Axu, though. There's only going to be about 30 you're going to see in the day, no?
But remember we looked at the Safari Zone list when it came out and we were sort of joking like, Dino's going to be really rare and Unknown is going to be impossible to find. Actually, it was almost the complete opposite because Dino was popping up everywhere, like very, very common.
Everywhere.
Which is great.
Brilliant,
So a lot of people got shinies of that.
Oh, that gives us hope for Axu in the
Unknown
Go Fest. That gives me hope.
Wasn't just locked to Incensed, it was also coming off lures and normal spawns.
But this was a live event, it wasn't an Incense-based event.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's
So that
where
helps.
things differ.
But if you dropped an Incense, actually giving you loads of unknowns.
7 hours as well for the incense Coops. I think was it 7 or 8 hours? 8 hours.
8 hours,
was it?
yeah.
So like Ian said, even though the spawns, all of the spawns, like Dinos are amazing, but in general they weren't like the best of the best. But even like there was dents, they were everywhere. Like the gameplay
I didn't
was.
hear anyone bitching about the spawns. I mean, even things like the Tepig. People were happy with spawns. I mean, people were getting shinies. People were happy.
You weren't really getting overly too many of the repeat Comde ones. You know, we joked that like Roselia, Machop, and Tepig, etc., were in there. You were more so getting the rarer ones.
Machop, I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you were getting more things like Miltank that people are hunting for, or Litleo that people are hunting for.
Litleo was a big one, wasn't it? People obviously wanted the male one, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's the
for the evolution and that. And
people like a ginger, Mark. They do like a ginger.
Shiny
they
ginger.
do like a ginger. Unknowns are everywhere. And we like the surprise that they dropped all the shiny unknowns, which
that was brilliant.
It wasn't announced. That was brilliant. Yeah.
Wasn't that like people were with? Oh my god, got a shiny V. Oh my god, got a shiny eye.
Really?
Yes.
Shit,
Well, they dropped
In
all
fact,
of them.
Milo got the shiny eye Coops.
Yeah, I got the shiny.
That was the new one, yeah.
No. So all of them.
No, V was the new one.
All of them were new. S
and I might have been new.
But either way, that wasn't announced.
Yeah.
And people were like clicking on them and they were like, oh my god, I've got a shiny Unknown. And like everyone was like going, oh, they've dropped them then. And everyone was like buzzing.
Sorry, I'm like, boys, you got to help me out. I literally read the news 2 months ago and I don't know anything.
Yeah.
We were correct about Perugly as well. Perugly was shiny in the wild.
That was
That was quite
shiny
nice.
in the wild, yeah.
That was nice to see.
So there was only really dealing that wasn't shiny.
No, it's basically dealing and one other thing. But boys, I think you guys could back me up on this. At the top of every hour for about 2 minutes, there was what would be like a mini Corfish spotlight hour every hour for like basically 2 minutes, and every spawn would become Corfish. So for the new shiny, that was obviously something brand new for this style of event.
And no one was expecting that. At 9 o'clock, we were all like, what the hell's happening? It's just like
Corfish everywhere. It was
like
cool.
What we've moaned about in the past. How can you go to an event and the main new shiny, you pay all this money and you don't come away with it? So I love that. So basically, they are literally giving it to you on a plate, but not really.
Literally, because they did give it to you on a plate because you got a guaranteed one in the special research.
Oh, like the Chinchu,
like Liverpool. Yeah.
Right,
so I think that's going to be a recurring theme.
But they changed the music, didn't they, on the top of every hour?
Yeah.
Like the music went like it was like that real like dun 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 dun. It was like everyone was like
games,
running around trying
the
to
different games and the different areas rolling through, which is really nice.
Oh, good boys. I'm glad. I'm getting a bit of FOMO.
I would say I feel very sorry for whoever was locked up in the Pikachu and Eevee costumes because it was 31 degrees Celsius.
I mean, there was air conditioning in that tent, but it was hot.
Yeah.
It was like 32 degrees.
Friday we were playing, there was no air movement at all. It was basically static, so it was scorching hot. So they'll be roasted alive in the Eevee costume while people are taking pictures.
Yeah, I don't feel sorry for
poor Eevee.
There's no remorse from Coops.
I felt awful though because like we were walking by and they were going, come on, come and see Eevee, and we're like, nah, it's all right. And like there was no one in there, was there?
Nick went in there. Nick went to see Pikachu.
When we were in there, though, it was so funny, wasn't it? Ian? Like there was literally no one there, was it? It was you go to like a fancy dress party, and you're like the first people there, although the last ones left there. They stood there looking quite deflated, weren't they? It was like
even that little girl that was trying to beckon us in, so it wasn't happening. You'd have been there, Coops. You'd be like, like a rat up a drain pipe.
Don't you? Because listen, because you made that sound hella
so
weird.
wrong.
Yeah, I know. And then,
he
knew that it sounded weird, and you tried to fucking drag me into it. He went, "Yeah, Coops, don't drag me into it." He
carried on with it. Yeah.
It's when we got in with that film that you were talking about, Coops, and what I said it had, and what's her face, and you went, "She's 12, man." That's
Lindsay Lohan. Like, why are you trying to
bad.
sell me that when she's 12?
So bad.
And you kept it in.
Yes, we did.
Of course, we kept it in. The other thing, obviously, we talked about the stop density. Pokestop density was really good. The park itself lent it quite nicely to that. There were lots of statues and bits and pieces around, but then they put in the sponsored Seville Safari Zone stops and gyms. I wish they'd done a little bit more with the raids because it just seemed to be random. Like there were just random megas dropping, like Houndoom, Blastoise, Ampharos.
I don't think the raids were really part of the
Ampharos,
event,
yeah.
though, were they? That's the thing.
Well, the thing is, they were like some event gyms and stuff.
Which they use on the Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, on the Sunday, the sponsored gyms, which were the Safari Zone only gyms, which turned out to only be about 4 of them.
It was actually exactly 4, yes.
It's just
yeah,
4
yeah.
popped Lapras at 6 p.m. Much like we had sort of in Liverpool, condensed it down a lot. Because in Liverpool we had 13
Yeah, in Liverpool
gyms.
there was a lot more gyms, yeah.
They popped 13 gyms that had a Giratina raid hour, whereas this was like have 4 Lapras raids with the costume.
Well, we got free passes for them, though, so that was good.
With the what, Milo? Bow tie or scarf?
I put bow tie. I put
Have you already voted?
No, I voted. Of course I had to vote.
I've actually voted in this one, and I've gone bow tie as well, because that's what it is.
It is that.
That's what it is.
Indeed.
So that's a good discussion. And like Clive said, it's easy to say that after we've been there, but if you love Pokemon Go, it's probably is worth those 6 to 8 months of just putting a little bit of money aside and saving for them
100%.
the opportunity. Because we met people that flew over for the day. But no, we will talk more about our individual experiences in a little bit later on in tonight's podcast. So he loves a game. It's one of his favourite things. It would be only remiss of me not to have our boy Coops lead in with the first game tonight, Chasing the Tail.
Not of another fucking game. Chasing the tail, chasing the tail, tail to chase, it's chasing the tail. Do you know what always makes me laugh about that jingle? I always remember when I sent that video of myself to the group of like me trying to explain the jingle.
Yes.
Yeah. For all the listeners that don't know, when I have like an idea for a jingle, I send like a 30-second video. We should maybe post one day on Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We'll post that one. I think it's quality.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Chasing the Tail. Now, this game is very, 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 very simple, and I'm going to win it tonight. So basically, all we do is we say a Pokemon, and the person that goes after you has to start a Pokemon's name with the same letter that yours ends in. So, for example, we've spoken about Lapras a lot this week. So, if I said Lapras and Milo was up next, he would then have to say Sudowoodo because Lapras. Yeah, well, there you go. So, there you go. We've
Holy dolly!
Starly or Sudowoodo. See there. So that is it. So, boys, the order for today it's gonna be me, Ian Waterfall, Pogo Milo UK, and Masterful 27. All right, boys, you ready?
Let's rock and roll.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Because why not? Lapras.
Sudowoodo.
Octillery.
Yamask.
What?
Yamask.
Oh, Yamask. Ketahososh.
What?
What? Fuck is it? You're a
That's not even a
fucking Coops.
Pokemon.
Is that a footballer or?
He's a fucker. He looked and I was like, have I got away with that?
I thought he was.
Gen 12.
No.
He's actually got some insight to Generation 9 coming out later this year. We don't know about
I hate
it.
you lot. It's the sorry, I thought you said Yanmar, but it was Yamask, M-A-S-K.
Yamask.
And then K. Fuck off. Okay, fine. Oh, fucking hell, Mark. Okay, right.
He's
right.
got
One
it.
day-
He's
one
got
day
it.
you'll get
He's
the
got
win.
it.
Yeah. So your Pokemon is Tepig.
God, time out.
He's out. Broski, Geodude, Comday. All right, so here we go. Milo and Mark in the final. Over to you, Ian.
Okay, so are you ready with the
I
Pokemon
think so.
that goes by the name of Delibird?
Dealing.
Geodude.
Esper.
Esper Raikou.
Unknown.
Norbat.
Tep. Oh, I was going to repeat myself. I was like, oh, I'll go for the recall. I was like, fuck, we can't do
I was
that.
waiting for you to go, Tentacruel.
I should have done
That's what
that.
he's
I was
gonna
racking my brains like, what else begins with tear?
It's my game. It's my game.
No one cares. No.
That's more like
First
it.
round exit for Coops. Standard.
Well done,
Oh,
well done, Marky boy.
Coops.
Well done.
Yeah. Congrats.
Poggers.
Foggiest moment. Thank you very much. I feel like the host should always win when it comes to games.
It's my episode that I win.
It's my episode.
No, I'm just doing. You remember we had that old clap that was like 8 minutes long? Do you remember? Yeah.
Right, so that's a good game. I feel good. I feel better for that one. So we're going to jump into the news.
Is the news.
Okay, so the news. The good news
What?
that you can now gift event tickets to other trainers, which is a pretty cool feature.
I like that.
Now, most of us wouldn't buy Community Day tickets for this upcoming weekend because it's a Lowland Geodude. I think it's safe to say that we've probably all been gifted a ticket
Yes.
by various different people.
If I had the soundboard, I'd go.
Have you not?
Oh,
Can you? How do you check it? How do you check it?
It'll come up as
you'll turn the game on first.
yeah, you turn the game up, and it will actually.
Open the game.
Do you remember EX passes, Coops, where he used to an envelope would unfold and it would tell you being.
Yeah, to me, all jokes aside, to be fair, I haven't opened the game since Magic Up Spotlight, and I think the update came out after that, right?
So I would say listeners gift Coops a ticket.
No.
Community Day would have finished by the time this goes live, so there's kind of no point. Somebody might gift you a GoFest ticket.
No,
then
bro.
you're going to have to play it.
No, don't. yeah.
So, I mean, the gifting is very easy. You've got two options, and you just literally hit. There's options for buy and gift. You just kick the gift one, and then put in the trainer handle, and no refund. So if you're an ungrateful son of a bitch, you can't get a refund on the
Or
ticket.
for 99, whatever it is, P.
99 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
But I suppose for more expensive tickets, if this does roll out to ticketed events, I suppose, so if you're going to gift somebody, you need to be certain. And you can only send a maximum of 20 tickets or 20 gifts per day. So if you are very generous, you are capped at 20 a day. And once you've sent a gift, you can't cancel the gift. So if somebody sent you a gift and then they fall out with you, you can't cancel a gift. So once it's gone, it's gone.
It's great, actually, because it means like you could just, it's literally like £1. You say like, hey, I'm just going to, chuck it out to a friend or something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a nice quality of life update.
I agree.
It's great, and I think really this sort of thing, it's just going to build enthusiasm for the game, because I would admit when I got mine, I don't really mention people very often, but I got gifted the Community Day ticket from Chaz Browder, and you know what? It just makes you feel all warm inside when you get that little gift from somebody that you've been thought of. So yeah, thank you, Chaz.
I got mine from Angela, who we obviously were with at the Safari Zone.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Oh, friends, Safari Zone friends.
Safari Zone friends.
Bless you. I got one from Rachel Birch. Thank you so much, Rachel. Rachel, who's rocked out the Incensed merch and shared some great pictures as well. Thank you so much. Did not expect that, and actually got the notification of the gift before the actual announcement they put it in the game.
Nice.
So that was a double surprise. So very much appreciated.
I'll check mine later on. I'll shout you out next week. I'm joking.
So the next bit of news for anyone that has Amazon Prime.
Woo!
Over the next few months, Niantic or Pokemon Go are partnering with Amazon Prime to give you free bundles of things. And I think the one that came live today was like 30 balls, a couple of max revives, and
a star piece.
And a star piece. So if you're on Amazon Prime, be sure to claim your bundles, because again, free stuff is good. We like free stuff.
Free star piece, mate.
And the big piece of news, which was dropped yesterday, is we're moving into the end of the season of Alola. So the Alola to Alola finale event kicks off on Wednesday, the 25th of May, 10 a.m. local time, right through to Tuesday, the 31st of May at 8 p.m. So standard sort of event. If you've completed all 4 special researches throughout the season of Alola, you'll get this free of charge. But if you haven't completed all that special research, you can buy a ticket for $4.99 or equivalent. Coops, you're going to love this. You get a collection challenge. Make sure you complete your collection challenge to upgrade your Elite Collector badge and earn 15,000 XP plus 15 Ultra Balls and an encounter with Rockruff. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because it's going to be a branch research. Melee Island Path, and complete the special research, you're going to get rewarded 2 Poffins, a lore module, 4 Lucky Eggs, yes, our old podcast for 1 whole week, and an encounter with Alolan Raichu, which can be shiny. But you'll also get, and get this, Coops, you're going to love this, a pom-pom style Oricario hat for your avatar item.
Yep.
As the branch research, the second one, the Aquila Island Path, will give you our favourite item, an incense, 2 normal egg incubators, a super egg incubator, and an encounter with Alolan Marowak, and a POW style Oricorio hat, and a few more things as well.
The third option is you've got the... Fuck me, how's that
Ula
pronounced? Ula Ula? Is that it?
Ula Ula,
Fucking
yeah.
hell. Sorry, boys. We've got the Ula Ula Island path. And trainers who are most interested in Ula Ula Island and catching Pokemon should pick this research path. You'll get a glacial lure. You'll get a magnetic lure. Right, boys, this is epic. You don't get 1, you don't get 2, you don't get 3, but you get 4 incense.
Pop an incense inside.
That's pretty good. We get an encounter with a Lowen Vulpix, and we stay loyal to our very own Oricorio. And we get the Bailey style.
The red one.
The red one.
And then for the special research, I've got the Pony Island path, the Pony. Who wants to ride my pony? So basically, it's just trainers who are most interested in Pony Island. Is it Pony or Pony Island? And battling should pick this path. Yeah, who the fuck knows? And you are going to get a Rocket Radar, 3 star pieces, a premium battle pass, an encounter with Alolan, as Mark would say, egg, and then a Sensu style Oricorio hat. And more. So yeah, so that's the pony one.
So, guys, which path do you guys think you're going to take?
Boys.
I know what you've just seen. I know you've just...
I've just got a shiny.
Oh my god, he's got a low tag.
Save it! Shinies a week. Message in. You said you wanted to do it for so long.
Message
Wait.
one. You've done it. You've done it.
I'm going to get a screenshot. Oh, boys, you want to know something even funnier? It's a 69 CP. Could you see it?
Yeah.
Oi.
3, 2, 1, smile. Oh, yeah, I'll tag us, boys. I'll tag us.
I don't think we posed that much at the weekend, did we, Milo?
I did.
You don't.
I'm going to go for the Pony Island one, I think.
Just to get that raid pass.
I want the star pieces. I want the Rocket Radar for a 12k egg. I want the raid pass, yeah. And I like the Sensu Oricorio.
I won't do it, but yeah, no.
I'm probably going to go on the Akala Island path. I like the fact you get the incubators, which is always nice and handy. Another encounter in the lower Marowak might be quite nice. And I love the little POW hat. That's so masculine and so mean.
And I'm going to go down the melee path because, let's face it, there's no point hatching eggs because everything that hatches from them is dead. And lucky eggs are actually useful because certainly I'm trying to get to level 50, so 4 lucky eggs will really help. Poffins, we all love a poffin, and I still don't have the shiny Alolan Raichu, so that's the one I will be going for. Speaking of Marowak, during this event you will be able to evolve your Cubone into Alolan Marowak.
That is quite cool, to be fair. It's really
and
good for
Alolan
Great
Marowak
League.
will know Shadowbone.
Yeah,
Which I'm surprised Coops is not jumping at this opportunity. The PvP community are wetting themselves over Shadow Alolan Marowak.
Yes.
Because that thing with Shadowbone is going to be a demon in Great League. I've got Shadow Shiny that's going to go to Shadow Shiny Alolan Marowak for damn sure.
See you at rank 1.
Lovely.
Boy.
Oh, yeah.
We've all said that event spawns don't really sort of wet our whistle, but the event spawns for this one,
Like
in the
you do,
wild,
Ian.
you're going to get the Alolan Rattata, the Cubone, Rowlet, Litten, Poplio, Picky Peck, and Yungoos. And if you're very, 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 very lucky, you might see an Alolan Meowth and the Alolan Executor. So they're okay. There's nothing too special there. But Mark, you like a 1-star raid, don't you?
So in 1-star raids, you can go for Alolan Rattata, Alolan Geodude, just after the con day. Remember that.
That's a good point as well.
Alolan Diglett, Alolan Grimer, which is also your researcher weekly research.
Yeah, until the end of the month.
Until the end of the
Yeah,
month.
okay.
Yeah.
And Rockruff, which won't spawn, let's face it. All we're going to get are the other ones, aren't we? We want those Rockruff ones to
Rockruff.
pop up and it'll be
That's the one we're
flipping
looking for.
Grimers everywhere. But yeah, they're your 1-star raids. Who wants to do something slightly better and do the 3 stars?
Yeah, so this is definitely better, mate. This is actually fantastic. So in 3-star raids, you're going to get a Alolan Raichu. Can I get a ooh? You're going to get a Alolan Executor. Can I get a oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And lastly, we're we're going to get an Alolan Marowak. Can I get a, oh, baby? And now someone, we're really going to climax here. Who's going to talk about the 5-star?
I think
Well, you
Milo
are
should,
definitely-
because you've got a good story about Tapu Fini, Milo.
Coops, every single one of the Tapus is back for this.
Tapu Bunda?
Tapu Bundalenga is in
unlocked.
there as well. We've got, of course, Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, Tapu Fini, and just for Coopsy boy, Tapu Bundalenga.
There will be eggs to hatch, but enough said about that. The main bonus for this event is 2 times Stardust from opening gifts. Get opening gifts. A lot of people just leave them sat there nowadays, so open your gifts. Let us send you more.
Woo, 600 dust.
Ian, can I just jump in there really quickly? Those 7-kilometre eggs are shit.
Which is why we didn't go into it.
But they are, aren't they? They are.
Literally,
I'm
they're not
sorry,
even worth. It's not even worth dignifying it with talking about them. To be fair,
They're not, are they? Sorry, mate. I mean, I just looked down them like you said. They are
Can we
awful.
just say how Stuffle is on the rarest tier of the eggs, and it's had a common
it's
day.
a former Community Day Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Alolan Diglett. I mean,
Yeah, seriously, I'm not sure what the development team's thinking about. But
I'm changing my path, Ian. I don't need the eggs now. I'm going down the
seriously,
path
don't.
of
It's
you,
not
mate.
worth it. It really isn't
Getting
worth
lucky
it.
eggs, mate. Jesus.
And a couple of other things. There will be field research task encounters, which will give you the starter's role at Lytton Poplio, but it'll also give you access to Picky Peck, which doesn't appear very much in the wild. I don't see it all the time. Yes, if
For
you
this
guess that
season
is
at all.
sarcastic. And Young Goose, which can be the only one that's shiny. But there will be new avatar items in the shop. There will be a roll-up backpack, Lytton backpack, and Poplio backpack, because we all love a backpack.
The backpacks
Especially
are the
if you're
best
flying
bit.
Ryanair, because they don't recognise anything other than red.
Is that a little bit of saltiness?
That is a
there
little
for
bit of
me, from the fact
saltiness,
that
yes.
You got slammed with a fine. Your Ian's suitcase was like an inch too wide, and they were like,
Really?
"That's 60. Was it 65 pound
50
fine or
quid,
something
50
like
quid,
that?"
or,
50
or, I
quid.
or I could leave it behind.
Yeah, they gave you the option, didn't they? And that was good of them, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
It's like, yeah. Do you know what? I don't need any belongings.
Yeah, you called their bluff, Ian. Do you know what? I don't need it.
Yeah,
Just
if-
keep it
if-
and I'll
if-
pick it back up when I come back.
If there wasn't about 3
Oh,
grand's worth
dear.
of tech in it, I probably would have done. And that, guys, is the Alola to Alola event. So there's quite a lot in there, but as we've said before, there's nothing really groundbreaking. Let's hope that next season we get something that really does like fucking fly.
That's the thing, is it's the whole season wrap up. So it's basically just like, hey, this is all the new Alolan
It's
stuff
like,
that was released
Hey,
over the last
this
3
happened
months.
for the last 3 months. Have it all again.
Yeah.
Do you know what though? It's a really interesting point, isn't it? Because it's a weird gen, isn't it? Some of the best starters. You know, when you look at the starters for this gen, lovely designs, but then they've just got really lackluster legendaries, haven't they? Can't blame the game. It's a generation. It has to be released. We get that.
Well, no, like the Tapus are actually they're quite good in the main series game. I've heard it's the fact that obviously there's no shiny potential, so you just raid one and done, like we all have. They've been given terrible moves,
That's the
so they're
problem.
not actually usable. They've deliberately been compromised to have bad moves.
You got Orangaruru, haven't you? Which
Orangaruru,
Oh,
yeah.
I think is just-
Orangaroo.
yeah.
Hatch a 7-kilometer egg for the Pokemon that was spawning really commonly in an event
Yeah.
just a while ago.
We all know the sort of game plan. They will be released at some point in the future. They'll have new moves. They'll have better moves.
As Coops would say, we all know how the game works.
Yes.
This actually proves it. Everybody's sort of gone, do you know what?
Yep.
I'll hang fire until the shinies out.
a really good. There's quite a bit of news there, wasn't there? And so we're going to jump back into the Seville Safari Zone discussion, and in this second part, we're going to focus more about our successes, our personal triumphs, our thoughts, highlights that we got from it individually, and maybe we can have a group discussion around that.
So, Coops, go
Over
for a
to you,
coffee.
boys.
Coops, lead us off.
Yeah,
lead us
yeah,
off,
mate.
Coops.
I might do. I can't lie. I might do. No, you're right.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but when obviously we saw the spawn list, I was sort of looking at it going, obviously you want the Corphish, the new shiny. We all got one in the research. The aim was to try and get some more in the wild. Wanted to get 2 more Dino to complete the family. And Litleo, as Mark said, I think Litleo was on a lot of people's radar. I wanted to get that shiny because the event that it dropped in, the Lunar New Year event, was the time it had COVID and it was in isolation. So I didn't get to play it. And I was like, I want that fucking Litleo shiny. And then when Unknown was revealed to be shiny potential, it's like, let's go for that as well. But I think I managed to get everything that I wanted from the event in terms of shinies. 2 Corphish, 1 for the research, 1 for the wild. Pulled in 4 Litleo. Unfortunately, none were male. So the hunt continues for that one.
Got all the ladies, didn't you, Milo?
All the wonders.
Comes naturally, hey, bro.
It's absolutely even bleeds into Pokemon Go. Managed to get 2 Dino, which is exactly what I needed. But the one thing that eluded me was the regional Tauros. I checked. I caught every single Tauros I saw, about 170 Tauros.
Really,
no
mate?
shiny. And everybody else I was around was like, shiny Tauros, shiny. Even...
Not everybody. I didn't get one either.
All right, Ian. I was going to sort of let you lead in with that. I even walked towards the other day. I was walking past Mystic 7, who was doing a little clip. He's like, we didn't have shiny Tauros until now. I'm like, fuck's sake. Even he can get it.
But to be fair, I think Milo beat him on shinies overall for the day.
Well, let's hear about Ian. What were your shiny hauls and goals?
It was an interesting day. It was an interesting day because I was suffering massively with FOMO for the majority of the day because I was having what I perceived as a really bad day. In context and on reflection, yes, I didn't get anywhere nearly as many shinies as Mark and Milo. I can't really complain with what I came out with because the shinies I did get were quality. There were shinies that I needed. Yeah, I didn't get the shiny Tauros. I didn't get any shiny Unknown, but I have dreadful luck with shiny Unknown. I've never actually got my own from any event that it's been available at. I got the 2 Corphish I wanted. I ended up with 3 shiny Dino, which one that I tried to trade to Zoe and ended up with a bill of 39.9 million Stardust, which didn't happen. So we might trade that in Seattle, maybe, but maybe not. I got the shiny Safari Hat Pikachu, which didn't need, but I wanted. I did get the shiny Geodude, the Kanto Geodude, which I needed.
Yes,
and I got the shiny Miltank, which I didn't need, but some people were struggling to get that. Yeah. I think Nick had to trade for his Miltank in the end, didn't he? It was a tough day. I ended up on 9 shinies. I actually did a special trade with HermesNinja as we were lucky friends, and I ended up there with a nice shiny Thunderous, but that obviously doesn't go to the day's tally because I didn't catch that on the day.
I tried to convince you to take it into the tally.
I'm too honest for my own good. It was a challenging day because I had a shiny drought of, and I am not joking, anyone that was there with me will know this, I had a shiny drought of 5 hours out of the whole day, which is over half of the day.
And also under the blistering heat as well.
Yeah, dehydrated, no shinies, and then Milo and Mark every 5 minutes going, shiny! All back-to-back shinies! And I'm like...
That's the problem. That's the problem. You're around a group of people who are getting loads and loads of shinies.
I was, and it wasn't just you two. We'd got Francesco, we'd got a couple of the Patreons with us, we've got Sue, Paul, Angela. There was a lot of people in our little group, and everybody was having really good shiny luck, except for Waterfall. But you know what? On reflection, I say I can't really be too salty because I actually ended up with an average number of shinies from the other people I spoke to. A lot of people were only getting low teens and early double figures, so I can't really complain too much. It was an amazing day and a very, very good event. Like I said, the best live event I think I've ever been to.
So for me, I struck gold on the Corphish. As it was new for all of us, I did very well on Corphish. I finished with 5 shiny Corphish. Nice, got one in the first 9 a.m. switch where all the Corphish came out. And that, other than the Lapras, I didn't get any new shinies. I clicked on nearly 200 dinos. It didn't shine for everybody else bar me, but like I said, I loved the fact that the chance was there. One thing I would stress about it, for those who didn't play the event, you couldn't get your head down and grind it because the conditions stopped you from doing it. You couldn't see your screen on your phone. There's only so much you can do when you can hardly see your screen.
I think it was the heat, wasn't it? It was the heat.
Overheating.
Yeah, the heat, yeah.
But building on that, Mark, there were so many spawns that it was difficult sometimes to actually tap the one you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stop cluster density actually meant that there were so many spawns around that you'd have spawns inside of spawns, and then you'd have an incense on top of that. So you're like, oh, I've got to go for the dino check, and you get a Tepig or something. Like, no!
Yeah, I finished with 17 shinies, which I was very happy with. I love the Safari Zone Pikachus. I think they were lovely. I don't mind them being the same design. I got the pair of them in Liverpool, the male and female, and I got the pair of them in Seville. So I've got the male and female Pikachus from Seville. And I did get the shiny Tauros from Seville.
There you go.
Which was very nice. And I did a lucky trade with Sue as well. And I don't have to worry about Drudagon anymore now. got my shiny Lucky Druddigon. But yeah, we saw some people that got less than Ian's total. We saw people 20s, 30s, and there's one freakish, was it 90?
93.
Some freakish dude got, it's a German dude, I think, we heard got 92 shinies.
Fuck. So highlights then.
Highlights, well, a definite highlight for me was the most random fucking shiny. At Coops, you'll probably find this quite funny. People were tending to, because lures were 4 hours, I think. They lasted for 4 hours, so people were obviously wanting to get the medal, dropping lures. And a lot of people have the special lures from various researchers over the last kind of months or so. So there were lots of magnetic, rainy, mossy lures in particular being thrown down.
I know where you're going with this.
In one of these circumstances where a Pokemon is inside of a Pokemon, I clicked what I thought, I think it was a dino or maybe an unknown, and it became a shiny Hoppip.
Oh, really?
So I got a full odds shiny Hoppip at the Safari Zone, which was kind of bonkers.
Well done, bro.
Which is great. Yeah, exactly. But I think the definite highlight for me has to be getting the I shiny unknown. That was brilliant. It just, I don't really care what letter I get. It would have been really nice to get the E, but the fact that I got I, Incensed podcast,
You actually
it
said
kind
that
of
on your video
worked.
as well, didn't
I
you?
did. It was a perfect opportunity to plug. If I missed it, shouldn't be on the show, frankly.
Oh, it's for Incense podcast.
Yeah, exactly. It had to be done.
It did.
But I mean, I in total got 35 shinies, 6 Geodude, 4 Tepig, 4 Litleo, which is good, a couple of Ponyta, 4 Purugly, Miltank, which is good, obviously the Dino, and 3 Safari Zone Pikachus, which are nice. I don't know about you guys, I just like seeing the Seville tag on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Having those shinies with that different geotag is just something special. But, as Ian mentioned earlier, there were a couple, well, not a couple, there was one prolonged issue with the trades at the Safari Zone. And if you were within a certain radius...
It wasn't specifically, I think it was conscious, because if you were within the game area and it wasn't your game day, you couldn't do a special trade.
Yes, so unless you were trading with somebody who had the event ticket at the same day as you, so you were both doing the play day, you couldn't trade. As Ian said, he had a lucky trade with Zoe, as best friend's lucky trade, which was 40 million dust. I wanted to trade with somebody who was a new friend to get a repeat shiny. I was friend. I was going to give somebody a clef key, just being generous, and they were going to give me a shiny Tauros because I didn't get one on my play day. And it was a billion Stardust, quoted, before all of the glitches where the buttons disappeared and all of that sort of stuff.
It was funny, wasn't it? There was some perseverance by some that were driving out of the park.
Yeah, driving about 2 miles down the road. And you're okay, you can actually do it. Yeah, you can do the trade then.
Next street over, you're fine. We'll go into
I
town.
genuinely, I've said this before, yes, I'm sounding pro-90, but I genuinely don't think it was a glitch.
You think it was genuine?
It was an open park. Anyone could trade with anybody, but if you didn't have your ticket for that day, it obviously restricted so people could trade with the other people with a ticket on the day. So I genuinely
that makes sense, actually. When you say it like that, it's not they're doing it to make it...
They're not doing it to piss people off. They're doing it to give people the chance that are playing the game. Because bear in mind, you only had a ticket for one day. Your 5 special trades, you trade with other people that are playing on the same day.
Theoretically, yes. It should be that way. You got 6 in total, didn't you? But the big overall factor of this was obviously the people there, the players who came out to the Safari Zone. We played the Friday, which turned out to be quite quiet. When Ian and I went back on the Saturday, fucking hell, that was busy.
Saturday was
there were
mental.
maybe
Saturday was
3-4 times the number of people. It was actually packed. It was really nice to sort of obviously see JT Valor, we've met the trainer club, Billy, in Liverpool, but we got to meet Zoe 2 Dots face to face for the first time, which was awesome. A couple of other content creators from all over Europe. It was just a nice vibe. It was a really, really good atmosphere.
I think that's probably why, when we look at the overall, what was the experience like, but maybe slightly differently, it was just nice to have people sort of come and say, do you want to just spend some time playing the game for a bit, just chat and all that. For me personally, lovely to see my boyfriend again. We love to meet each other in the flesh. It's a beautiful relationship we've got. I felt like it's always nice to touch base in the flesh. Sorry, JT.
Touch flesh, what?
But I just loved how everyone was bouncing off each other and able to sort of include each other in a bit of content, play the game around each other. But like I said, I think to rub shoulders with Mystic 7 was obviously a nice moment. To have that chat with him was amazing. Organic conversation. But yeah, meeting Nick in the flesh was amazing.
Yeah, meeting Nick was stellar.
It was absolutely stellar. And actually, we spent a good bit of time I like that, Stella. That was very good. I think they're the memories we'll take with us, and hopefully as this season goes on, we'll build on them. I think the game needed that shot in the arm. It needed that live event to get people going. Seville was brilliant, and I think it will just keep being brilliant every time there's more opportunities to get people together. I think it's going to be a fantastic year. But yeah, loads of fond memories of that place. Won't go again, but loads of fond memories.
Been there, done that.
Bit like Liverpool, boys.
I will just say though, boys, like looking at it from a social media video outsider, a muggle, as you can call me, from this event. It did look really good though. It did look super fun, and like you said, it definitely felt quite positive and quite uplifting. And like not to bumlick you, Mark, but exactly what you said. I do feel like it's been a long time. And Liverpool, even though it was amazing and we really had a right laugh, all of us, it was scheduled for a long time before it actually happened. So it was a bit old hat, even though it was new. Whereas this year with the Sevilla, with the Seattle, and with the Berlin and the Japan, this is all fresh, current, new stuff, and it's been necessary, 100%.
Okay, so I guess I'll just round this out since everyone else has said something. Everyone that we met that's already been mentioned, yep, great meeting you, great hanging out, awesome stuff. But for me, the whole highlight of the whole weekend, it was the people. I'm going to keep it very simple. It was the people. It was great hanging out with people that I've known for a long time, you guys. It was great hanging out with people that we've met virtually. And it was great hanging out with people that we've never seen before or have never actually had face-to-face contact with. It was literally the people made this event. And these events are just, in my opinion, going to get better. And if you've never been to one and you can afford to go to one, I strongly suggest it's something you should do. It will change your opinion of this game. I can actually go on record and say that 3 of us came away from this, and I'm speaking for you guys, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, but we came out of this with a renewed love for the game, feeling a lot more positive, a lot more enthusiastic, and so did a lot of the people that we were there with that weekend.
It's just that what Pokemon Go in
hence
quotes.
The 50 plus Lapras in a bow tie raid. Sorry,
Gotta be done. Had to get some content somewhere.
I'll give over. You've got plenty.
I wasn't lucky like
the
you.
Weekend.
I wasn't lucky like you, Marky boy. These live events, I think Sevilla is a tier up from Liverpool, from Philadelphia, from St. Louis, because they were all re-roll repeats, and I think that's what a lot of people were not necessarily put off, but couldn't be bothered. Fair enough, because why would I pay X amount to travel to this city to play an event I've already done? Whereas this was brand new, fresh content. There were some nice additions, some nice little additions to the gameplay factors. The newness of it brought more people out, which was excellent, and people from all over the place, all over the world, which was lovely to see. And we met people who listened to the podcast, so if you came up and said hello to any of us, thank you very much for supporting us and listening. And as Ian said, we hung out with Sue and Paul and Angela a lot. It was sort of like, it became our little community, like our little sort of tight-knit group for the weekend, which was just fantastic. Thanks to everybody who came out and said hello, who's been listening to the podcast and supporting us. It was genuinely a pleasure to meet you all. I speak for all 3 of us who were there.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Should we go into our favourite section, boys?
Yeah, I think we should.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're going to go into our favourite section. It is Shinies of the Week.
Shinies of the week.
God, it's been a while, isn't it?
It's been
a while. Yeah.
We've got an OG fan. We've managed to meet in person for events and stuff like that. Furby Andrew. Andrew has sent in a bowtie Lapras. I'm going to keep saying it's a bowtie Lapras. Shiny research reward. Hashtag Pokemon Go. Hashtag Shinies of the Week. It's 11/16 as well, so not terrible IV. Andrew, congrats, bro.
So up next, I've got one. Sorry. From Titu Pink Rider. I think it's Titu. Titu, sorry if I've butchered that, Titu. Hearing you guys discuss rom-coms probably helped this pink beauty hatch. Oh my god, it was a hatch. Thanks at Incensed Podcast. See you in #Berlin for more. #Shinies of the Week. #clarify the spelling, you twat. And they got a shiny Alola Mola, but that was from a hatch.
Wow.
That is Pog, man. That is Pog. Congrats.
See, eggs do contain good stuff.
No, don't. Well, they do, but they don't.
So I've got one from Denticles 9036.
Denticles, love it.
At Incensed Podcast, apparently listening to at Coops the Casual moan about people moaning about the game provides shiny luck. Laughing face. I'm looking forward to organising your Incensed PvP showdown. #Shinies of the Week. hashtag battlers, hashtag PvP, and hashtag verbal contract, a lovely little yellow shiny balloon of joy, a little Drifloon. Very, very nice. 11 million Stardust as well.
Ooh.
Couldn't afford any special trades in Sevilla then.
Yeah, very much so.
And the last one for tonight. CeeCeeismad has posted 1 day ago, as we record this, Shiny Luck is in the house. I put on episode 66 of Incensed podcast whilst travelling home from a dreary 12-hour shift, and I gotcha'd 2 shinies. My first ever shiny Goldeen, which I'd been after forever, and probably my 10th shiny Carvana. Hashtag Shinies of the Week at Incensed podcast.
Oi, boys, just quickly, I'm not trying to be funny. Can you lot see that, or is it just me?
I see something rising, Coops. I'm not sure what it is.
It's quite small. I can't see.
I can see something in the
small.
distance.
It's about half an inch, isn't it?
Is that Mark's poll?
I think for those people that saw my second Seville video that I released, my poll was bigger than half an inch.
Not when it was in my mouth.
I think it was about 9 foot tall, wasn't it, that pole?
It was textured, wasn't it?
You could get splinters off that pole, trust me.
Milo gave it a shake, didn't you, as well?
I had to. I gave you a little stroke.
Quite girthy, wasn't it? You needed 2 hands,
It
Milo.
was impressive, let's just say.
We asked a question off the back of our Lapras discussion earlier in tonight's episode. So the burning question, what on earth is costume Lapras wearing round its neck? The options were bow tie or scarf. 59 people decided to get on board the poll.
Well done.
And 25% of people agree with Niantic in their announcement. They think it's a scarf. Or 75% of people agree with the players and they think it's a bow tie. So
It is, though, isn't
Clear
it?
cut winner.
Seriously, it is.
common sense prevails. We all knew it. Lapras is wearing that bloody bow tie. So not bad at all. Thank you very much, everybody, took the time to vote. Very good. Very good.
Very good, very nice.
Very nice. Well, boys and girls, I was right. It is 67, isn't it, Ian? I did
You are
put the
correct.
show
You
notes
are
in there. I
correct.
said in brackets. It is, isn't
You are
it?
correct.
What does it mean next week? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Start typing now, Coops. We need them by Wednesday.
Yeah, okay. Tuesday.
Everybody, listeners, you heard that. We're going to call him out if he doesn't get them to us by Tuesday.
Okay, I'm going to get, listen, I'm going to get them to you by Tuesday night, and I'm going to post my Shinies of the Week by Tuesday night. That's the deal.
Pinky promise?
Good man.
Yeah, and I'm going to suck you off, Ian.
That's a different pinky promise.
Fucking hell, boys. You guys crack me up. So, if you enjoyed the podcast after that, please hit that follow, subscribe button.
You gotta do the do-do-do's.
Him sucking.
Mark, before we go, can I just quickly just say one
you've
thing?
not said that
right?
for
'Cause
about
I want to
2
see
weeks,
this
have you?
for next. I know. That was your perfect opportunity to go. Beep, 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 beep. No, but obviously because I'm hosting, I'm back next.
My wife
Okay,
fabric.
fuck you. Like, it's been
That was
good
you
tonight.
earlier, Ian.
We're never going to round this out, are we? But obviously, because I'm back to hosting next week, fuck my life. So what? So on Spotify, right? Because obviously you 3 boys would have picked up like 7 million more listeners over the weekend in Spain, and I appreciate you guys for that. Thank you. So right now on Spotify, I'm talking about Spotify specifically. We've still got that beautiful, amazing 5-star rating, but we've got only 137
only.
ratings as I'm looking
Only.
right now. Yeah. But when I'm hosting this time next week, I would love to see 150. If I can get close to that, I'll be happy. But I want to
13
see
shouldn't be too tough
150.
in a week if people actually push the button. Yeah.
So, gang, if you're listening right now on Spotify and you're new to the channel.
You're
What's wrong
new
with you? If
to
you're
what?
new to the podcast, if you're new to the podcast, if you've got a friend, take your mum's iPhone, take your uncle's iPhone,
Or your
make sure
girlfriend's
you
or
give us a
boyfriend's.
5-star
Coops.
rating. Yeah.
Shut the fuck
And on
up.
that note, 5-star us. Anyway, Mark, back to you.
So that ties in quite neatly to what Coops is saying. So basically, just smash a 5-star review, please. Just do it. Why wouldn't you want to? And do it on Spotify, please, because Apple's just weird. I'm joking. Do it on Apple as well, and Google, and all of those amazing platforms that you listen to your podcasts. But yeah, that would mean the world to us. Thank you. Please follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Insta. Incense Podcast to keep updated with all the latest stuff. So, the most important question. Did anyone get a shiny tonight?
No.
thought it was different
What?
than the wrong answer.
Yeah, I've got a shiny Lotad. It just feels so weird, like actually saying that. Like, you know, when we're like, oh, we used to be protocol. Did anyone get a shiny? I'm so used to it. No, didn't have the go. But I actually genuinely tonight got a shiny. Crazy. Whee.
Well, I got absolutely nothing. Ian?
Nothing, and nothing.
So before we wrap this one up, I do want to give a special couple of thanks to new Patreon members that have joined our club and family. Thank you so much to Debbie Redfern, who has become a bronze tier Patreon member. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate that. And we also want to express our thanks to Kerry Young, who became a gold Patreon member or gold tier Patreon member as well. Thank you so much. And we say it every week because we mean it. This does make a massive difference to help us create the podcast, improving the content. You know, the game determines what we say every week, but no, the quality of what you hear is very much, it just helps us and is needed, you know, to help us keep doing this. So that is very, very much appreciated from all of us. So guys, anyone want to add anything before we all fuck off?
No, I just want to reiterate, thank you to Debbie and Kerry for joining and being here. And thank you to all of our other patrons on the bronze, silver, and gold tiers, because we love you guys.
Definitely. Thank you for tuning in to listen. Have a great week. And hopefully you've got loads of Alolan Geodudes when you listen to this. And on that bombshell...
And on that terrible disappointment.
Terrible.
You should say, no, you should say, and on that rollout, because that's the new move, isn't it?
On that... Yeah, I like that. Okay, I like that. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. And on that rollout, keep safe.